there is always that person that enters a room, shares the most mundane story in the world, and everyone loves it. They can talk about tying their shoes for 15 minutes and it's going to be so interesting that you're not going to be able to stop listening. Everyone has seen that person, but today you're learning how you can be that person. Yo, I'm Jordan, here to help you craft an epic life, and it's great to see you today. Let's get to how to be interesting. Approach number 1, be weird. People are excited and amazed by the things that they haven't seen before. Everything else quickly becomes mundane and expected. So, if you're the unexpected, the person in the room that brings novelty with them, the person who makes interesting things happen, you will be interesting. What makes you, you, is the quirky little details about you, the details that you don't necessarily like to share with people. The fact that if you're doing something multiple times, it always has to be exactly 4 times each, or the fact that you can't have a drawer that's halfway open, or the fact that whenever you write you use your right hand, but whenever you use a mouse you use your left hand. All those fun little weird things that people are typically ashamed of are actually what makes them interesting. And the way to put that forward is just by not being afraid to share it. So embrace your weirdness, share it with the world, and enjoy being more interesting because of that. Approach number 2, be curious. Be curious about people, be curious about the world, be curious about everything. People who have a lot of life experiences under their belt and have a lot of interesting and obscure knowledge are typically the most interesting people. And that's for a reason. They can excite and surprise people with the awesome things that they've seen. But for this to happen, you need to be curious. The more curious you are, the more of those exciting opportunities you will encounter. Otherwise, you'll just miss them. Approach number 3, be a good storyteller. People often undervalue a good story. And a good story is one of the best tools you can use to get the attention of pretty much anyone. In any age, the most influential people were the best storytellers. And good stories can make us do crazy things. A good storyteller can unite people, start a movement, sell something, build an empire, or pretty much do anything. We all live in a community, and if you can move this community forward just by using your words, you'll be able to achieve so much more. So practice storytelling, practice your acting, practice the way you speak, practice the way you look at people, the way you stand. All of those things matter for a good and impactful story. So work on all that and enchant everyone you touch with your words. The first 5,000 people who like the video and subscribe will get our brand new book, How to Win Any Argument by Captain Jack Sparrow. But wait, there is more! If you call now, you will get our amazing ship that swims underwater and the deadly curse that comes with it. Call now! The subscription lines are open. Approach number 4. Listen. Like, really listen. The one thing that people love the most is listening to their own voice. So, if you also listen to their voice, they will love you for it. And they won't even realize that you haven't been talking as much in the conversation. If you're a little bit introverted, and if being the star at the party by doing crazy stuff is not your own thing, then this might be the perfect approach for you. People love a good listener, and there are so few good listeners around. So the next time you strike a conversation with someone, or someone strikes a conversation with you, instead of thinking about what you're going to answer, just listen. You don't have to agree with the person. You don't have to think the same things that they think. You just have to understand them, listen them, and then be able to empathize with their situation. Again, no need to agree. You just need to say, hey, I understand your situation and really understand it, and that's good enough. People would appreciate that a lot more than you think. By the way, I would really love to know the weirdest thing that someone shared with you. Like the weird stuff that made you say, what? Share that in the comments below. I'd love to chat about that. That's gonna be super fun. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Approach number 5, learn new things, master new skills. If you want to be interesting, being curious will get you a lot of places. Knowing how to do things or deeply understanding something in a level that's like unmatched by anyone in the crowd or by very few people in the crowd, that's very interesting. If you're passionate about a subject and you can talk about it for hours and the information that you're sharing is actually useful and relevant, man, that's just irresistible. People are pulled towards competence. The better you are at the things you're talking about, the more visible that is in the way you talk and the way you behave about them, or if it's something physical, if you show it, the more interesting that is. So learn something, master it, you will not regret it. That's it. None of those are quick fixes, obviously. You'd have a hard time changing your entire self in the length of a YouTube video, but practice makes perfect, so pick one of those and go practice it right now. Thanks for watching and stay awesome.
Subscribe to Jordan and stay awesome.
Yep, that's gonna be in the bloopers, isn't it? I always do this. The subscription lines are open. Go now. Anyway, bye.